Hello, 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 everyone. Good afternoon on a beautiful Saturday, sunny. I wish you could smell the rosemary behind me. It smells marvelous. This is Chondra Rankin coming out of the Heartland, and I just thought I would stop by and chat about something I was thinking about earlier. But first, I have to mention, I mentioned this before, the squirrel is back. So I came out, and there's dirt all over the place. It was digging in the plants and finding some goodies in there, I guess. I don't know. But again, any good squirrel repellents? I am open to those. I don't know if they don't like certain smells or I don't know, but anyway. It's gorgeous autumn day out. And today I wanted to talk about passion. What are all of you passionate about? In fact, I wasn't even going to do a live today, but because I woke up late. I actually woke up at 5:45 this morning. I woke up, I got up for a minute, and I went back to bed, and I thought, well, I'll just get up in a little bit. And I woke up at 10, which never, ever happens. So, that was kind of nice. Forgot to turn off my notifications, so I'm sorry if it's beeping. Hey, Carlos. So today I want to talk about passion, like I mentioned. And I don't think life is worth living without passion, personally. You have to have a passion, something that gives you drive, and it's different for everybody, but to know what your passion's going to be, you need to know what your vision is. Hey, Marissa. So, knowing what your vision is, or what's your why. What is your why? Have you ever sat down and thought about that? If you haven't, it's kind of the purpose of your life. So, I think that would be a good thing to sit down and just think about for a while. What's driving you? What's pushing you forward? Are you just kind of floating along, doing one thing or the other, or just letting life happen to you instead of you're happening to life? Or do you know what your why is? A lot of people, if you don't have a passion, if you don't have that why, you just kind of float along like I mentioned, but you can be passionate or consistent for a little while, a few months, but then it kind of drops off because you don't have that why ingrained in your mind and you just give up. Passion is your driving force. We all need to have that in our lives, regardless of what it is. If it's not strong, you're going to start making excuses. I could have said, I'm not going to do a Facebook Live today because I got up late. I'm not wearing any makeup. I didn't, I was just putzing around doing some errands. I don't have time. But I thought, I'm going to do it anyway because I thought this was an important topic. And I would turn off my notifications right now, but I do not know how to do that while I'm recording. So, I apologize. I also have some little black bug friends that are joining me, so otherwise I'm not just waving. So if you give an excuse to give up on your passions, you'll think of anything to use. Oh, I'm not getting immediate results, so I have an excuse. And you're justifying that to yourself, and you really shouldn't do that because you're cutting your dreams short, in essence. That means you don't have a strong enough why. It needs to be something that puts a fire within you, that you just get so excited about. You wake up, it's the first thing you think about, and that's what's driving you forward. And you'll just start putting it off if you keep letting those excuses run your life. You're going to put it off a little more. I've put off things, 6 months, a year. It doesn't get accomplished. Or if it does, it's a way longer time frame than you really deserve. You deserve to have that passion and fire driving you. Another excuse is, life gets in the way. In fact, I have to admit, I used that excuse lately to somebody else. They're like, oh, why don't we take the time to, think about other people and go see them more often? And I said, well, life gets in the way. And it's kind of true, but it's whatever you take the time to do. So that's, again, just an excuse. But if you have enough drive, you have a strong enough why, you find that reason to push through. You push on through. While you're making excuses, somebody else, there are other people out there doing it. They're running laps around you. You're sitting on the couch, they're running around you doing laps. So, I mean, it's everybody's choice. It's your choice if you figure out your why and if you take action upon it. But if you don't, you're just making excuses. If you want something done, and I love this quote, if you want something done, give it to somebody that's busy. Often the people, sorry, a bug flying up my nose. Often the people that have that drive, have that why, have so many things going on in their lives, and they actually get more done. They get more done because they're prioritizing their using time efficiently. If you say, well, I don't have time, and then I challenge you, if you say you don't have time, I challenge you to write down, take 3 days, take even a day, write down in 15-minute increments what you're doing. Where are you wasting time? Can you make your time a little more efficient at all? So there are no excuses. There are no excuses if you really want to put your goals into action. There are no excuses. Excuses won't slow you down if you define your why, and I keep saying that, but it's so true. I had mentioned the other day about, actually it was yesterday, write down your goals every morning when you get up and every evening before you go to bed. Your why will become abundantly clear. And it might change and shift a little bit, but that's your why. Write it down. If you don't know what it is, write it down. Once you start putting it in black and white, you'll realize what it is. Sometimes it's too intangible in our minds. But once it's down on paper, you can read it and you'll say, oh, that's a real thing. You're making it real. So clearly define it, and I can't say that enough. Clearly define your goals. Get passionate about what you're doing. The more you do it, the more passionate you get. I promise you. Stop making excuses and find a solution. You have to put solutions in front of it. If you're like, well, I want to do this. I want to lose weight, and I've used this as an example. I want to lose weight. That's your problem. What's your solution? Work out, eat better. So how do you put that into action? Again, writing all these down helps. You could say, I'm going to journal what I eat. I'm going to eat from a list of foods that best serves me. Healthy foods. I will journal where I'm exercising. I'll have a buddy for accountability when I exercise. So many different things. And that's just one example. But you need to stop making excuses. Just don't say them anymore if they're not valid, and none of them are valid. So while you're not doing it, someone else is. So they'll be on their path. Everybody's at a different place in reaching what their vision is, but why not get started today? If you don't get started today, you're going to look back a year from now and think, oh, I'm nowhere different than I was a year ago. And that's not a very good place to be, but you can start again anytime. So again, realize your passion. Have passion, people. We are not here to be mediocre. God did not create us to be mediocre on this earth. We're supposed to do great things. That's really our mission. Do something this weekend. I don't care what it is. Do something this weekend that brings you closer to your goal. Something. Because you need to be able to share what that is that you're going to be doing. Because somebody else out there needs to see it. You just got dive bombed by a bug on there. Somebody else needs to hear your journey. You will inspire someone else to get started. I promise you. So get started. Do something this weekend. And move forward. When you know what you need to do, you don't choose. You just do it. I'm going to repeat that. When you know what you need to do, you don't choose. You don't have any choice anymore because that is your driving force. You just do it. So everybody, find that passion. Find what fuels you. And really focus on that. The more you focus on that, your RAS will kick into gear and take all of those stimuli that you're seeing, and it, you know, filters it through your RAS, and you'll see all those things that are going to help you succeed. They're going to pop out at you like, oh, they were there all along, but I didn't even see it because I was not focusing on that. Focus on that. And I'm going to repeat this again one more time. You know what you need to do. I'm sorry. When you know what you need to do, you don't choose. You just do it. Because you have no other choice. You just have to do it. I hope that touched one of you today, and if you would like to, like, comment, share, and I will see you in the next video. Have a great weekend.